Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we're currently standing in, what was this place called? Slitherbough in Shadowbringers region to do some side quests here, just to get them off a list and everything. Elsa, what's up? Worth a candle. Ah, one of Master Matoya's guests. You've come at an opportune time. I was preparing to take a walk to tend to the candles about Slitherbough, and I would ask you to assist me. I can think of no fine opportunity to learn more of our people. Take these 3 candles and replace any that appear to be nearly spent. A simple task, I know, but I believe it will prove most illuminating. Many candles. Beautiful, aren't they? Like the souls of the departed burning bright in the sunless sea above. I often come here to pay respects to our forebears, reflecting on the sacrifices that allowed us to live as we do now. Hey miss, why do you dress so funny? Is this for your work? Mom makes medicine and Papa's a guard. He's always busy outside, so I try to help lots and lots inside. Thanks, miss. You're really good at placing candles. Have you seen the candles outside in the sky? There's so many. Mama said there's too many to count, but I bet I could if I wanted. They're really pretty, but I think I like the candles in here more. No. A fresh candle, how thoughtful of you. Whenever I'm feeling stressed, watching the flames helps settle my nerves. Something about the way they flicker and dance is so soothing to me. Perhaps you should give it a try sometime. You returned and enlightened by the experience, I trust. We are a quiet people, but conversation comes easy in the presence of the candles. Before the flood, our worship would no doubt have been seen as profane, sacrilege. But it's the expression of our faith that defines us, not the object of our worship. I can but imagine what change will come to the night's blessed now that the night has returned to us. A moment if you would. I'm recently returned from patrol, but I fear something has happened to my comrades. By all rights, they should have arrived here when I did, if not sooner. It was meant to be a simple sweep of a perimeter, and dispensing with any raptors we spotted along the way. Would you be willing to search for them? In case they should return before you do, I will remain here to receive them. If they are wounded or hiding, they are not like to reveal themselves to a stranger. You will need our password. Tuk-Tu. But say the word and they will immediately know you for an ally of Slitherbough. Ah, thank goodness. When I heard you approaching, I feared the worst. I spotted a raptor not far from here and thought it a suitable opportunity to train my companion, a hunter newly joined to the guard. Yet in my fervor for the hunt, I somehow lost track of him. The raptor is injured, but to leave it now would jeopardize our stores of food, or worse, should anyone else cross its path. I must go after it. Would you search for him in my stead? Once you have found him, return to Slitherbough and inform Mariel that I have spotted a raptor and gave chase. Mercy! Mercy! Doctor? Oh, thank goodness. We were hunting raptors and managed to corner a rather nasty one, or so we thought. After taking an arrow to the backside, it let out the most blood-curdling scream. I was expecting it, but I panicked and went all the same. I think my nerves are settled now, though. I expect I will get an earful from Merrill, but I suppose I have it coming. There you are. My comrades returned not long ago. Though I was disappointed to hear our newest guardsman fled in the face of danger. Perhaps he needs more training? Perhaps you're right, but I must give it some thought before I speak with him. Thank you again for your help, miss. Pardon me, miss, but could I trouble you to help me with preparations for mealtime? Sure. Thank you. I have need of a rather peculiar herb, but I fear I'm ill-suited to gathering it myself. It grows on snapmint, you see. The camouflage makes them difficult to find, and even if I should, it would likely be devoured before I could pluck even a single leaf from the heights. Take this nectar and sprinkle it about the fields to the north. When they come out of hiding, that will be a chance to strike. Oh, come on, Jin. Sickly sweet nectar. Yeah, that one was boring. Are you able to find any snapmint? Goodness, these leaves are so large. Thank you. I could never hope to cook my pork without this. Are you familiar with this dish? After leaving our fish to dry, it is salted then fermented. Once ready, you can mix it with a grilled meat of your choice and wrap it in leaves of snapmint. It keeps quite well, so we eat it often. Though the recipe is simple, you can add all manner of herbs and spices to suit your tastes. Should you have the opportunity, I insist you try it for yourself. Just give me some money. Good. More quests. In here are some quests. Lancer? Forgive me, I didn't see you there. My master's absence weighs heavily on my mind. He's a powerful mage, more than capable of protecting himself, but I cannot help but wonder what delays him. I plan to go and search for him, and your help would be greatly appreciated. If you should happen upon any mages of the Blessed in the woods, would you make sure they're alright? And since I'm right here right now, David, you're a gem. Yes? Oh, my apologies. I'm expecting a delivery of goods from the Castarium. That is where you're from, yes? If you should happen to see a merchant on the path there, when next you return, please tell them we eagerly await their arrival. And they lead in completely separate directions. What else do you think you're doing? We got wares to sell. A spearman is searching for me. Ah, my apologies, my return from patrol was delayed by these two. They released some strange creature here in the woods and tried to assault me before it could be subdued. As you might imagine, they refused to tell me why they would release such a monstrosity. You never get it out of me, you hear? Never! They claim to be mere merchants, but I doubt the veracity of their words. Would that I could get them to speak with truth. Why are you looking at us like that for? We didn't do anything, I swear. I can be nice too. Alright, I talk. How can I say no to a smile like that? We brought an anemone with us, you see, and figured we could extract a fine poison from it after feeding it some of the toxic plants and critters these woods are known for. Why would you do such a thing? Everywhere you look, there's fighting, but never enough weapons to go around. Folks will pay well for a good poison. But thanks to you, the anemone and all our profits are gone. I reckon it's about time we were gone too. Wait! I suppose it's fine. Well, there's still the matter of the anemone. First I must return to Slitherbough. No doubt my pupil is beside himself with worry. Sounds like there will be a follow-up quest. Or maybe the pupil found it. The death of Slitherbough awaits my arrival? Oh dear, I'm rather late, aren't I? I would have arrived there belts ago, but my Amaro was chased off a path by a treant. Before I could settle her down, half of my cargo had been sent tumbling into the lake. I've recovered everything save for a handful of gemstones that rolled beyond the shallows into the depths of the lake. It's so dreadfully deep, I could never hope to hold my breath long enough to dive down and retrieve them. I get them. You will? Truly? Bless you, miss. There are 5 gemstones in total. Retrieve them, and I will see to it you are handsomely rewarded. Course. Endless. We can breathe underwater. Glittering gemstone. Down there. Are you able to find them all? By the blessed dark, you've done it! I better hurry to Slitherbough then. I will leave your reward with David. Safe travels, friend. Okay, David. The merchant arrived not long ago with our delivery. As he told that some brave traveler dove into the lake to retrieve several jewels for him. I suspect I know who. I believe it's for you. You have done a great deed for the Knights Blessed. Perhaps greater than you realize. We call them Heartstones. They are blessed by our priests and given to all at birth. We are never to part with them, from our first breath to our last. Of course, Heartstones are not all made from the same jewel. Parents are to choose from one of several to be presented to their children. Thanks to you, we now have an ample selection. You needn't worry about my pupil. He is returned and relieved to hear I'm safe. As for the anemone, I spoke with my superiors and I have been tasked with its capture. I would ask your assistance, but I suspect a companion of Master Montoya has more pressing matters to attend to. Should you find yourself unoccupied, pray seek me out. I could use a woman of your talents. Alright. Your travels have led you back to Slitherbough, I see. Your time is fortuitous. Preparations for the anemone hunt are complete. If you have a mind to join me, your aid would be most appreciated. It was last seen in the southwestern region of Cleric. The hunt will prove difficult, however, as that is where the children chose to build their spider's nest. Tread lightly, and do not hesitate to strike it down on sight. I only ask that you retrieve its corpse, should you find it first. Alright, then. Nothing. A carcass? You find the corpse of an animal, but there are no signs of a struggle. Perhaps it was killed with poison? Can't take it prisoner. You returned. I hope you had better luck than I. The anemone. You found it. I would that there was another way, but the threat it posed to the Greatwood could not be ignored. Mark my words, this will not happen again. Alright. You are just a card player, so everyone must be in here. Caring Carpenter. Yeah, Desiree, yes? Master Montoya speaks highly of you. If I may, I would make a request of you. It's my duty to craft arms for the Knights Blessed, but I've recently found myself without tusks for spears. If Master Montoya is to be believed, and I have no reason to doubt her, you are skilled with blow darts. Might you be willing to assist me in hunting swine? If you're so inclined, meet with me at the edge of Lake Tusimacta. Okay, and Asker? I was out gathering lumber the other day. Then out of nowhere an arrow came whistling past my head. It wasn't until I regained my composure that I realized a letter had been tied to it. Or rather, a map, which had a location not far from here marked on it. It's likely a trap, but I suspect whatever danger may be lying in wait will prove little trouble for a guest of Master Montoya. If you should find anything there, be it treasure or something else, I would gladly share it with you. Oh, you're one of Master Matoya's guests, are you not? Perhaps you can assist me? To the west of here, in Lake Tusimekta, sits a tree which cradles an enormous crystal, fruit of a protector. It's said to have existed even before the Empire of Ronka. I require a bark from this tree and would ask you to retrieve it for me. I must make dye for our clothes, you see, and it's the most vital ingredient. As you might expect, eaters and all manner of beasts are drawn to its powers. Where the wood's not so rife with danger, I would go myself. Please say you will help me. I require but 4 pieces of bark to finish my work. Good. Pristine crate. Interesting. Caring carpenter. If you climb up this tree, you should have a clear view of the area. Sooner or later a boar will come to drink from the lake, and that's where you come in. Use the darts to paralyze it, and we can safely extract one of her tusks. Nope. Yeah. It's been quite some time since I've seen such precision. Well done. If you would see to plucking a tusk from the swine, I will gather the rest of the supplies I need. When you're finished, meet me back at Slitherbough. And back. You didn't have trouble procuring the task, did you? My, that's quite a find. This will make for an excellent spear. A pity the swine have grown so scarce since the flood. We could possibly find use for their hides or their meat, but it would be all too easy to hunt them to extinction. The same holds true for many of the animals here in the Greatwood. We must be mindful to take only what we need, an important lesson to learn for any who would call these woods home. Are you returned? Did you find anything? A mystery crate. A crate? It's filled with staves and bows. It couldn't be. A number of weapons were stolen from our storehouse, but a few days passed. We tracked them as far as we could, but their trail went cold at the border to XIV. Do you suppose the keepers of XIV placed the crate there? At any rate, we are grateful to have our weapons returned to us, though I can't imagine we'd have need of them. But you must be compensated for your troubles. Yeah, this is for you. Spare change. Are you returned? Were you able to reach the tree? Thank you, miss, thank you. I realize it looks like ordinary bark at a glance, but it makes for such wondrous colors when properly ground and mixed. Garments dyed using the bark from that tree are said to be blessed by the protector, you know. Mark my word, every guard in Slitherbough will be dressed from head to toe in clothes using my dye. Perhaps even the children and the elderly. I better set to boiling this bark, if you excuse me. Good. I realize it is sudden, but would you lend me your ear for a moment? I would rather keep the secret from the others if possible. I mean to propose to my beloved, and everything needs to be perfect, right down to where I spring the question. Being what I presume to be a worldly traveler, I thought perhaps you could give me your opinion on the view from a few places I had in mind. Alright. Good, good. My first choice was a quaint little place to the north. Follow me. In a moment. Vondia. Excuse me, miss. You're one of the visitors from the Gustarium? I realize this is sudden, but may I ask you to gather something for me when next you venture into the woods? I'm to hold a tea ceremony this afternoon, but only now remembered I have depleted my store of tea mushrooms. I have not much, but I will see you duly compensated for your troubles. They can be found to the south in the Cythia swamps. But before you go, you will need this, a preserving agent for the mushrooms. They are quite delicate, and prone to releasing their spores prematurely without it. If you could gather 5, that would be more than enough. What do you think? I thought the view of XIV might set the mood. A pity we can only view it from afar. I thought the flowers there are quite beautiful, but the woods there are fiercely guarded. That's it, my dear sweet beloved. Let me be the guardian to your ruins of Ronka, now and forevermore. Do you think she would accept such a proposal? Maybe not mention ruins? No? Well, I will give it some thought. Come, let me show you another spot near Lake Tuzimekta. Is the view of the lake not breathtaking? At its bottom was the covered hall of Dwartle, one of several ruins of the Runken Empire. Ah, I have it now. The ruin that is your love has sunk to the bottom of my heart, and there it shall remain for all time. The perfect proposal, don't you think? Again with a ruin? No, you're right, the wording could use a little work. Perhaps my third choice of location will prove inspirational. This is perhaps my favorite of the three. Simple, quiet, and peaceful. Perhaps that is all I need to propose. A simple expression of my love. I realize there's much to consider, so you needn't give me your opinion now. Let us give it due thought while we return to Slitherbough. But first I have another quest to do. Tea mushrooms. Use a potion. Use a potion. And now I need to collect them all, yeah? I feared as much. Your mushrooms. These are absolutely splendid. They contain an ever so slight amount of poison, you know. Not enough to cause adverse effect, mind you, but over time one can build an immunity to similar toxins. Would you care for a cup? It's the least I can do. No? Well, if you should change your mind, I would be more than willing to prepare some for you. No, no thank you. Thank goodness you're here. The more I think on it, the more uncertain I become. Tell me, which place do you think would help me win her heart? I think the view of Ixmaya would be best. I suppose there's a certain charm to that place. Alright, that is where I propose. I was right to call upon you. What better place than that to offer her my true name? Are you not familiar with the custom? Only immediate family should know one's true name. It's the only way to protect our hearts from the light. Which is why revealing one's name to another is of such great significance. Though I suspect my choice of words in proposing may yet sour the mood. But don't you worry, when the time is right, I'm certain the words will flow freely. Good luck. Disturbing the peace. You're not of these woods, are you? My sight is all but gone, but there's no mistaking it. You're much too loud when you walk. Yes, there's a certain weight to your steps, a weight that comes from overcoming great hardship. If you'd be willing, I have a task for you. There has been a strange commotion coming from Cleric of late. I fear someone, or something, runs amok there, for I suspect it would prove no match for a hardened traveler such as you. And Hagra? Please, miss, can you help me? What is it? My brother recently left the Crystarium, but he forgot his journal. He would be devastated to know he left it behind. If you hurry, you can likely find him before he reaches Lakeland. He's rather tall and has red hair, so he should be easy to spot. Please go and deliver it to him, I beg of you. Good, then first red hair. Come, out of my way, Chocobo. Yes, something for my sister? By the abyss, my journal. Thank you, miss. Thank you so much. I thought I should pay one last visit to what remained of our old home and offer a prayer to our parents. And it's a good thing I did, it seems. If I may, I'd like to ask you a question. I can only assume you've been to all sorts of places and seen incredible things in your travels. But do you ever get tired of being constantly on the move? Do you ever yearn to return home? At times, yes. And yet here you are. I could only hope to have such conviction. I can learn much from your example. All the more reason I should get going to the Crystarium. Thanks again for the journal. Tell my sister I said thank you as well. Accidentally pulled a bot. Do you hear that? The sweet sound of silence. It pains me to say such disturbances are not uncommon, the cause most likely being the light. We do what we can to protect ourselves from its touch, but the animals of the Greatwood are defenseless before its might. Given time, the light corrupts all, and even if they do not become sin-eaters, our only course is to deliver them swiftly into the sunless sea. Harsh perhaps, but it's the only way to preserve balance here in the Greatwood. Are you able to find him? Is he doing alright? Thank goodness. After Master Matoya arrived and began helping us piece our lives back together, he was constantly at our side, learning all he could of a world outside the Greatwood. Everything he learned is written in that journal. His dream is to become a craftsman, to someday help rebuild Fort Gone. It pains me to see him leave, and I know it was hard for him too. But in the end, we both know it will be for the best. Good, but those are all quests around Slitherbough. And I think this is it for this episode. Until next time then, when we play more Final Fantasy XIV. I'm Ace and don't get lost.